Hey, howdy, hey. That's me. I'm on a yo-yo. Sheriff Woody says that in Toy Story 2. I'm saying that in this video. Uh, Here to rock and roll and give you a shorter video than the last one. The last one was 23 minutes. I want to keep this one a bit briefer, a lot briefer. Just watched Johnny Tsunami, and now we're watching some Paw Patrol. So that's rocking, as we do in this house. Had some emails. Studio's still a little confused about the groups. Remember, we went over last time in that long video all about how to use the library sources hot site and find our sources using the databases, using books and ebooks, finding stuff both on the third level and in storage. And then we looked at mel.org to get stuff from other libraries. Remember, I do want you to use Mel for one source throughout the semester. It doesn't have to be for paper one, but paper two, you should be using Mel if you haven't already. Not that Mel needs to be used all the time, but I would like everybody to have used it once this semester so you're ready to move on to other classes with that experience behind you. You're also going to have to do an interview for papers 2 and 3, and we'll talk about that later on. So groups, helping each other research, helping each other find sources, helping each other organize your ideas, working together for peer editing. I've been talking to a few people today and yesterday through Zoom. People have been a little confused about like how to break down the topics once they're in the groups. I think the race and the gender ones are pretty clear. People were like, but what about campus? If you're in campus group, this is what you could do. You could do something about getting people more interested in college athletics, like attending games and things like that. Making campus more inclusive for commuters or minority students. Doing something about like better recycling on campus, or including solar power on campus, or gender neutral bathrooms on campus, or something about particular programs to study, like introducing new programs or something, something about student government, something about the administration, something about funding for different things on campus, issues with particular fraternities lately. There have been some major problems in the last few months. So those kinds of issues, when we're thinking about campus, that's what you could talk about. As far as organizing the paper, right? For paper one, I said find 3 sources, choose the one that seems the best to write about for paper one. Paper one is kind of like a book report. You're going to analyze the source, just like in the sample paper, but maybe go a little deeper. And I have something I want to share with you, and I will put this up on Canvas so you can look at the source there. Maybe I'll even include it in the email when I send the link to this video. This is some basic ideas about things to look for or talk about. So here we have paper one analysis points, group 1 and group 2. Let's start with group 2. Group 2, we have claim, warrant, audience, support, logos, ethos, pathos, reliability, and tone. That's 9 things. Paper 1 is supposed to be 3 to 4 pages. So if you write a 1/4 page intro and a 1/4 page conclusion, now we're down to 2.5 pages. So if you choose, maybe what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these things, write a 1/2 page about each one. That's 3 pages plus your intro and conclusion. You're at 3.5 pages. You're golden. You can write about I don't know if you can get a whole 1/2 page all about the warrant, but maybe warrant and audience together. You could write a 1/2 page about logos, ethos, and pathos. You could write a 1/2 page about reliability and tone. When we focus on these things, you're going to get to your 3 to 4 pages pretty easily. We're going to focus on the analysis. We're going to focus on a formal tone without talking about yourself or how you found the source. Just this is the source, and this is what it's all about, and this is the pros and cons. If we look at group 1 here, we have 13 arrows. If you were to choose 1/2 of them, and wrote half a page about the ones you choose, that's 3 pages plus your intro and conclusion. Cultural contexts, time and place of the argument, emotional, ethical, or logical appeals, that's logos, pathos, and ethos right there again. Strategies to establish credibility, that's like reliability, I suppose. Assumptions that the writer makes, are there alternative perspectives included? Visuals of design to support the main idea. Are there pictures? Are there charts and graphs? You know, if there's lots of that stuff, talk about them. If there's none of that stuff, don't do that particular arrow, right? Choose 6 of things in group 1, or a bunch of things from group 2. Write a little bit about each arrow. You've got yourself your 3 pages really easily once you include your intro and conclusion. You'll probably at 3.5. I will include this document on Canvas, and I will attach it to the email. So you should be in great shape, I think. We do have peer editing next week. We have about a week from now. So this week, you're finding your source, talking to your group about which source seems best, helping each other find sources. For next time, for later this week, we do have writing assignment 5. What you have to do in writing assignment 5 is read the next 2 issues of Understanding Rhetoric, issues 2 and 3. Issue 2 talks a lot about strategies for reading and analysis. Remember that, because that's what we're doing with paper 1. Now we're going to then apply those strategies and read critically an essay that is on Canvas for writing assignment 5. This essay is called Premature Pragmatism by Barbara Ehrenreich. So read issues 2 and 3. Apply the strategic reading strategies, which is a kind of clunky name for it because it's got strategic and strategies right there next to each other. Strategic strategies. What other kind of strategies could there be? But strategic reading strategies, apply it to Premature Pragmatism, and write a page and a half. Premature Pragmatism by Barbara Ehrenreich. This is from 1985. It's a little outdated, 86 maybe. But it's still good ideas. The numbers she gives about tuition, cost of living, things like that, they're 1980s numbers. But the ideas about education, society, these things are still good things to think about, particularly for people in college who are thinking about majors. What is it you're going to go into? How have you chosen your major? What is it about your major that is interesting to you? To you, right there, I see you. To you, it's a good essay. It's a little weird, but it's only a couple pages, so you can get through it pretty quickly. Write about it in relation to the ideas presented in issues 2 and 3. Upload it in a couple of days to Canvas. Have fun. Maybe I'll have another Zoom office hour later this week. We'll definitely have some next week before the papers due. I'll see you around like a record. Stay safe. Keep wearing those masks. Have fun.